Oh God. You want to know what really chaps my ass? I would have to do some research right now to tell you the specific dates of the last time the Habs won 2 games in a row. You want to know what really chaps my ass? The Habs' inability to score more than 2 goals in a 60-minute game.
What are we watching?
So the Habs lost yet again to the Leafs last night by a score of 4-1. A game that, hey, I thought the Habs actually didn't play overly bad, but they just can't buy a frickin' goal, man. They can't score. And then, on the other end of the rink, you've got miracles happening. The Leafs pounced on every opportunity they could. They had star power. They had Austin Matthews knocking pucks down mid-air and scoring. And then, for shits and giggles, he almost scores another one later in the game by batting at the puck baseball style. It bothers me how good this guy actually is. It really does. And the Leafs, they're just a better team. There's no doubt. They are the top team in the Northern Division, and it's sickening. Now, yes, Gallagher was out. Drouin is gone now. Tatar is day to day. But this is supposed to be a team that's been built on depth. Well, where is it? Cause, we could really use some of that right now. How many times have we heard during the offseason that we just had, oh, the Habs, they've got depth. Well, guess what? Somehow they lose one guy in Gallagher and they look completely lost out there. But you see, even when he was in the lineup, they were still struggling since February. So don't give me that shit. This ain't pretty, guys. Things are not looking pretty right now. Cause the Habs, they are so lucky that they're in a playoff position right now, and they are so very lucky that the Flames and Canucks have been equally as shitty so far throughout this season. Cause let me tell you, the Habs are playing like a bottom feeder right now, and January was just a tease. It was a frickin' tease, boys. Now, before we get on with the game review here, we did have a guy predict the score during yesterday's game preview video, and he likes to go by the name of Corey Parrish. Yeah, and I imagine this guy probably scrolled down through the old comment section, realized how the Habs lineup was shaping up, and he was probably laughing hysterically knowing that he had this one in the bank. It sickens me, Corey. Jeez. Okay, so the first period begins, and it doesn't really take too long for things to get a little ugly here. As the Habs, they're pinned in their own zone early. Toffoli drops down on one knee as the Habs are trying to clear the puck. Galchenyuk decides to kind of stand right in front of him and act like a tree. And what does Tyler Toffoli do to trees? Not much. He just hacks them down, that's all. Long story short, Toffoli is off to the box, 2 minutes for slashing, and right away on the power play, it's Mitch Marner making a slick cross-ice pass over to Willie Nylander, who buries it on Jake Allen. Play goes on, and just a couple of minutes later, Foligno takes the puck into the Habs zone. He dishes it off to Matthews. However, the puck hops off a Habs defenseman, who I'm not even going to mention, goes up into the air, and Austin Matthews bats that shit down and slaps it towards the net quickly. And just like that, it's 2-0 for the Leafs now. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, here we go again. Where's my barf bag, dear? The Habs, they managed to get some shots on net now, although every shot they take throughout the remainder of the period, it's looking like throwing a milk bone to a dog, man. Campbell is going to stop that shit every time. Matthews did get a good opportunity with a partial breakaway on Jake Allen. He tried to go 5-hole, but Jake Allen said, hell no, not right now. Don't be trying that shit on me, boy. And yeah, that's it. That's the period. Shameful. 2-0 for the Leafs. Shameful. Now on to the second period of the game, and the Habs seem to come out here with a little bit of life. They get quite a few chances and some shots on goal. Until, of course, the Habs, you see, they decide to take another penalty. However, on this power play, the Leafs fail to do anything. It's the Habs who actually get the majority of the chances here during the 2-minute penalty kill. Time goes on, and after the Habs, they come out with a strong start. It's Jake Muzzin who shoots the puck from the point. It looks like it deflects off of Joe Thornton, and then we're like, oh shit, it did deflect off of Joe Thornton, and it finds its way to the back of the net. A couple of minutes go by, and Joel Armia gets sent in on a breakaway. However, he gets stopped by Soup. And God, it really makes me wonder, remember in January when this guy, Joel Armia, had the big 4 or 5 point game? He looked like a superstar back then. Then he takes a vicious hit from a giraffe and a Canucks jersey, and boom, it's all downhill from there. Play goes on for a few more minutes. The Leafs get a bunch of pressure in the Habs zone, forcing the Habs to ice the puck multiple times, but they fail to score. Then something crazy happens as Jeff Petrie passes the puck up to Nick Suzuki, who comes in past the Leafs blue line and wires a wicked wrister that beats Campbell up high. And well, holy shit, now the game is 3-1, and the Habs actually have a goal on the scoreboard. Holy shit. Moving on to the third period now, and Josh Anderson comes out looking like he just found out his girlfriend was actually a dude after all these years or something. Yeah, the guy was really upset. He was hitting everything in sight out there, and it was enjoyable to watch, because Anderson, he seemed to be like, one of the few guys who was actually wearing his heart on his sleeve during this game. The Habs, they get a power play early into this frame as Alex Galchenyuk takes a penalty and tries to give his former team a little favor. Hey! Although, unfortunately for the Habs, it's the same old sickening story as they fail to score on the power play opportunity, and a few minutes later, the Leafs, they dump the puck in around the boards in the Habs zone. Jake Allen's like, I got it. He comes out, puts his stick down, and completely misses the puck. Jason Spezza, in fact, gets the puck, and he whips it out front to Adam Brooks, who was getting praised a lot the whole night by these guys, and he scores pretty much an empty netter here, sealing the deal for the Leafs, as the Habs would fail to score for the remainder of this period. And just like that, it's all over except for Junkies crying. Anyway, guys, that does it for this bloody game review. I hope you guys enjoyed my misery, and I'll see you next time.